Hello everyone, this is Nate, also known as Rides with Nate, back again with another YouTube video, and your right ear will continue to remain lonely in this vlog. I'm sorry, working on it. I need a microphone thingy what's it with this camera to make it do the stereo audio. It is, what is today? I don't know. Thursday, May 15th at 12:30, and we're going to go on a little bit of an adventure today. So let's get it started. Alright, so first things first. For those of you who don't know me, this is a non-surprise, but for those of you who don't know me that well, I have a thing for cigars and pipe tobacco, so we are starting this little adventure today by running into one of my favorite cigar lounges, Quartermaster's, to pick up a couple of cigars. We got some social events coming up this weekend where I'm going to share them with some others who also share a love for the art, hobby. Would you call it a hobby? Would you call it an art? I don't know. So I'm picking up a few. I'm hoping that they have my Camachos back in stock, and then there's also there's another one called the Sweet Jane that I've grown quite fond of. It's a very sweet tobacco. It's quite tasty. I don't share the tobacco habit with YouTube though because it's not family friendly. And I try to keep the channel relatively family friendly, so I won't go into too many details about it, but suffice it to say, I like the long nicotine sticks that make my brain go happy. And then what else? Some point nigh, the ride of a lifetime, Jeremiah and I are supposed to get together today. He's on this side of West Virginia, so I figured let's take advantage of the opportunity. I don't know, get lunch, ride around, whatever he wants to do. So I'm hoping the timing works out where when he's done doing what he's doing, we meet somewhere. He routed his route today through where I live, which, yay! And it also gets him a really scenic ride if it's the route I think his GPS is going to take him. So it's a win all the way around. And I'll probably join him for an hour or two riding back home. I don't know yet. I don't know what his plans are. I think he's going to camp tonight somewhere, maybe, question mark. So maybe join him at the campground. I don't know how far it is away, and I do have to be back at 7 o'clock for a work meeting with Australia. So late for us, early for them. So that's all right. So I did my first group ride with the Spartans Motorcycle Club last Saturday. That was actually my last vlog, was riding to that. So I find it appropriate to share how that went. So overall the ride went well, and I'm not going to comment about individual riders because that's not cool. I'm not going to comment on individual riders. I'm not going to comment on their route or what have you. Just solely on how my interaction with the group went, which overall was very good. The group as a whole rides very well together, and was very welcoming. I've been interfacing the most with the group's vice president and let it know that I was rather nervous about riding with the group, and I've done group rides before. Like, I'm not new to it. I ride with a number of active duty veteran or a number of active duty members of the military and veterans down in North Carolina. I ride with some LEO groups down in North Carolina as well. Not official MCs, but just groups of people who like riding together. I've met through friends and family. So I'm used to riding with people, and what I think threw me off was this group uses different than what I'm used to hand signals. So like what you learn in the MSF about left, right, slowing down, hazard, speeding up. Each group I'm learning is going to do it differently, and the groups I've rode with primarily follow the MSF taught rules and hand signals. This group changed it up on me a bit, which I think that's what I was talking to the VP about, made me most nervous. Just like, what if I screw something up? And ultimately his feedback was, don't wreck your bike, don't hit anybody on their bikes, and be a good person, you'll be fine. And I'm like, well, yeah, I think I can muster that. 15,000 miles a year on 2 wheels, and I've so far managed to keep the rubber side rolling against the road. I should be fine. That should be easy to do. So, where was I going with this? Yeah, the ride went well. I said I wouldn't comment on the route, but it was a very pretty route through Virginia. We got lunch at a barbecue place halfway through the ride. No, at the end of the ride. Yeah. And then did some axe throwing shenanigans where I learned that I don't throw axes well. I grew up splitting wood to go camping. So that's what I do with axes. I split wood. I don't throw them. If I'm throwing an axe to split wood, something's wrong. There's a bug. There's a spider. Something has scared me. I need to throw it at a target. But it was very fun. They have projectors that would display stuff on a screen, and then your goal was to either hit a point target, they had a zombie game, I think, as well, that we played. So, like, hit the zombie. In certain games, like the easy difficulty, the zombies would not move. On hard difficulties, the zombies would move. We didn't try to tempt fate that much, though. But overall, the interaction with the group went very well. The VP was very reassuring of, this is a good group to ride with. We're not going to do things that are unsafe, inherently illegal, things like that. So that was a relief. And they didn't. They kept it legal for the most part. So I've already given my feedback, though, to them directly. I won't stew on it here. It's none of the internet's business what happens behind closed doors. But I gave my feedback where I deemed it most appropriate about what I thought. And it was well received as well, so it's good. The group can take feedback. So I head to Cycle Gear with one of the group members on Saturday. We're heading to the Baltimore location versus the Springfield location. We don't have a ride planned for Saturday with the group otherwise, or we'd be doing that. So I'm like, hey, if you want to join, please do. And he may take me up on it. It depends what this weather's going to do. You can see the skies here are kind of questionable. We've had really crap weather all week. It's been windy, rainy, slightly on the cooler side. So it's been turning some interesting, like, you can go ride in the evenings but not the mornings. You can go ride in the mornings but not the evenings sort of deal. So largely the FGR and the Super Cub have just stayed covered, just to keep the sun, when it does come out like now, off their paint and off the plastics. Just to keep them looking nice. The cover for this leaves an interesting deposit of schmoo on it, so I usually have to clean it when I take it off, but I didn't have to do that today, which was nice. I did not have lunch before I left. That might have to be something we correct. Alright, bud, You are not going the speed limit. Are you going to get to the right? So yeah, I bounced around topics a good bit. But yeah, back to the Spartan group. It was very fun to ride with them. They're all very supportive. The VP very much addressed my worries. And it was really a good time, because his big concern was like, I don't want you worried so much that you're not going to be able to enjoy it. And then in my own mind, I'm like, I don't want to be worried so much that I can't focus, and I end up, eating the rear end of someone's bike because I was too, panicked about something. But overall, once I got the anxiety quieted down, he was right, and I know he'll be happy to hear me say that. He was right. It was a fun day. It was a fun ride. I just don't keep the pace all of them like to, but that's okay. I always default back to the comment, and I will always default back to this: ride your own ride. And this is a tip for new riders as well. If you happen to somehow stumble across this channel, ride your own ride. Don't let anybody tell you how to ride. If a group is going too fast for your comfort level, always feel empowered to talk to the group leader about it. Some groups, in my experience, will slow down and maintain a slightly slower pace. They may put you farther in the back. Oh wow, the Potomac's way up with all this rain we've been getting. Wow! They may end up putting you closer in the back versus the front, because generally the ride leader does not set the pace as much as the guy at the back does. A good road captain or ride leader should ride and not lose sight, depending on the length of the bike train, to the rider in the rear, depending on the size of the event. That's how your pace is going to get set, because if you lose your rearmost rider, you're going too fast. There's also ways to communicate the intentions of speeding up and slowing down. Generally, speeding up, you have an open palm raised and lifting. To slow down is generally an open palm facing the ground, like brushing something off, but that's, again, my experience. That's not what every group or club does. Your results may vary. Always seek the documentation for your group or riding club for further information. So yeah, just the new, heebie-jeebies getting that out of my system, riding with a new group of people, figuring out what they're going to be like. It's a really good group of riders. They definitely know how to throw a bike around, so it's not just like some new group that spun up overnight. The history is actually quite fascinating about the Spartan Motorcycle Club Baltimore, so Baltimore/DC. So I will let you Google it if you are so interested in it. Oh, these diesel buses are doing a regen cycle, because gosh, they stink. And being stuck behind them sucks. Oh hey, wait, really? Am I not going to be stuck behind them? No? Am I? Hey! The motorcycle gods shall fuck. The motorcycle wait. They're turning. Yay! The motorcycle gods shall smile upon me today! So many emotions just went through my body then. We've gotten a shit ton of rain, which has the Potomac. I've rode across this bridge before, so y'all can really get a feel for it. Normally you can see that tree there is on a little island, and you can normally see that island, but you can't see it now. God, there's a lot of rain, or a lot of water. Apparently, in my hometown, down at the boat dock, or the boat launch for the Potomac here, it's flooded the parking lot entirely. So it's, I guess, really easy to launch a boat now. You don't have to back down the driveway so far. Wow, that's a lot of water. I mean, we've needed the rain, but probably not in the quantities all at the time in which we've received it, because unfortunately a lot of it turns into that mountain runoff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hope that's on a water rescue. I've seen a couple of those calls. I follow a few local dispatchers on Facebook that translate their, the dispatching to Facebook. And there's been a number of water rescues, swift water rescues. Turn around, don't drown, don't drive your vehicle through moving water. It will sweep it away. I don't care how competent you say you are. They're called accidents for a reason. Fines higher when flashing. And there's the revenue generating vehicle. Green light. Oh, that bump was not great. This bike has a bad habit of when you hit real bad bumps, it just shifts you in the lane versus tracking over the bump cleanly. Harley didn't do that bad. Oh, there's the motorcyclist. Alright, well, I have arrived here at Lake Quartermasters, so I'm going to go in, stock up on a couple of cigars, and say hey to the owner if Ed's working today, and I think he is, because I want to say that Nissan is his. I don't know, but I think so. Anyway, I will join you later from the road.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi.